If you're thinking about using Hindenburg Narrator for audiobooks, the first thing you should do is check whether it's actually a good fit for you. Hindenburg Narrator does make audiobook production easier, but there's a catch. To really understand why it feels easy, you usually need some experience with other audio software first. For example, if you know how to record and edit audio in Audacity or Adobe Audition, you will understand how Hindenburg Narrator excels in audiobook editing. If Hindenburg Narrator is your first audio editing software, you will not understand its ease and benefits. That might sound a bit strange, so let me explain. When you open any audio editing software for the first time, it feels overwhelming. There are too many buttons, too many menus, and the workflow looks complicated. At the beginning, even basic recording and editing can feel confusing. But once you get comfortable with recording using your microphone, editing mistakes, and doing basic cleanup, the software itself starts to feel manageable. The real challenge begins when you start producing a full audiobook. When you are ready to produce audiobooks, you need to carefully review the ACX audio requirements. These are the technical rules your audio must meet to be accepted, and if you want to produce an audiobook, understanding these requirements is essential. Hindenburg Narrator can help you to achieve these requirements comfortably or with a better workflow. For example, one requirement is that each chapter must be delivered as a separate audio file. This single requirement alone can make project organization and workflow messy. If you're using Audacity or Adobe Audition, this usually means juggling a lot of files. You end up saving multiple versions of the same chapter as you process the audio, which can quickly become confusing and time-consuming. Hindenburg handles this much better. You record the entire audiobook inside a single project, which makes file management far simpler. And that's just the recording phase. During editing, you need to use several effects correctly to meet ACX requirements. More importantly, you need to know what you should be aiming for, and how to check if your audio actually meets those targets. Hindenburg makes this easier by showing you the information clearly, and giving you specific guidance on what needs attention. If you've never used software like Audacity, Adobe Audition, or TwistedWave, some of this may not fully make sense yet. But if you have, you'll immediately notice how Hindenburg removes many of the workflow headaches and simplifies the entire audiobook production process. That said, this easy workflow only works if you follow certain rules and techniques inside Hindenburg. The good news is, you don't have to decide whether Hindenburg Narrator is right for you right away. You can download the 30-day trial version without using a credit card. That gives you plenty of time to practice, experiment, and get familiar with the workflow. If you're watching this video on YouTube, this lesson is part of my Hindenburg Narrator full workflow course. If you want to learn Hindenburg properly, from recording to ACX-ready delivery, this course is a solid resource to guide you through the entire process. You'll find the links in the description if you want to explore it further. If you want to see some features of Hindenburg Narrator in detail, click the video on the screen.